Baseball fans, I'm sorry what happened this morning, but a little bit of technical problems, but we got everything fixed. Sorry, Miles cannot come on. He had a new generator that was put onto his house, and because we were late, the generator, the people came to install it. Plus, he had all his dogs barking, so I couldn't get him on. But you got me. It's a beautiful day in Atlanta. New York, it's getting a little bit nice, and it's baseball season. I got a great feeling about this season. Um, People have been asking me, do I think that the Yankees are going to be okay? I think the major thing that they did this year, so far, what I really liked, what they did like a week ago when they got Brett Gardner back. Here's a guy that maybe most of his baseball is behind him, but he's great. He's a great guy to have. He's great on the bench. He's great in the locker room, and I think he's closest to being a captain since Derek Jeter. And he's a lifer, and he's going to help the Yankees. But one thing I did not like was Schmidt going down. And he was a guy that I was looking at, and this guy has all the stuff. He reminds me an awful lot of a few years ago, Matt Harvey, of course, for the Mets. And he had, quite a few injuries. And so I hope that Schmidt comes back. I think Schmidt had a Tommy John surgery a few years ago, and he came back and he looks good. And now all of a sudden, something else is wrong. And you just have one arm, and you could just get operated so many times. And I hope everything comes back, and I think it will. But it's going to be a great night tonight. We got Nancy Newman. Of course, everybody knows Nancy Newman. I mean, she's great from the Yes Network. She's dynamite, and she'll probably talk about a little bit about the club and see how it looks. And of course, it's real young, and she's not going to know too much, but we could ask her baseball questions. I know everybody's just chomping at the bits to talk baseball. Plus, we got let me see, who else do we have? We had Carmine Gangone, who owns the best pizza place in Brooklyn, and I think it's the best pizza place in all New York City. And we will be having hopefully when we get everything done and we can meet each other, we can talk to one another, and we can maybe have a little affair at his restaurant in Brooklyn and see how many people could show up, and we could see if we could eat all the pizza and all the Italian food. And also we got Joe Q, who runs Mint Pros. A lot of y'all probably know Joe Q. He has great events at the suites up in Yankee Stadium. Hopefully we'll have them. I can't tell you if we're going to have them this year or not, but eventually we will have it. Eventually we'll have baseball again. Eventually it's not going to be 10%, 20% that's going to be at the stadium. It's going to be everybody. And also what I would like to really talk about, it's too bad Miles was not on this morning. I really wanted to really talk about what's really going on about the pitcher. And just about baseball as general. I mean, this guy is one of the best. Uh, you know, we did not have a psychologist whenever we played. Only thing that we actually had was a hitting coach. We had Elston Howard, and Ellie would always tell us when we're in a slump, uh, just jump in the whirlpool or just throw your bat in the whirlpool and you'll get hits the next game. That's all what we actually had. And I was talking to Tommy Glavine. Must be maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago. They had a guy who was a psychologist. I mean, he was really, really good. And I asked him, what do you need him for? He said, you know what? He said, pitchers will go into a slump. And, after you pitch like for 3, 4 straight games and you're not doing real well, you're missing the strike zone, people hitting a lot of home runs off of you, it's just only human nature to get yourself down. And Bobby Cox and the Atlanta Braves at that particular time got a psychologist, and he said it really did work. And it's funny. I was talking to John Smoltz, and John used him an awful lot. And so, I was thinking, and there's a lot of teams that have, hey, I mean, everybody said don't go to a chiropractor, but now everybody has on the team, everybody has a chiropractor. And unfortunately, I never used them because nothing was ever wrong with my back, always pull muscles. And so unfortunately, I couldn't be worked on. And hitters, let me tell you something. Hitters are, they're tough. And when you go 0 for 10, 0 for 12, and when I was looking, when we played and when we went 0 for 10, 0 for 12, 0 for 15, and struggled a little bit, and you start thinking you might get sent down AAA. And when you get sent down to AAA, you don't come back, unfortunately. But nowadays, these guys have 4 or 5 year contracts, but they do mentally, they get down on the dumps. And I'll tell you a prime example, and we've been talking about it the whole off season, was Gary Sanchez. I got a feeling, I just got a feeling, I haven't spoken to anybody yet. And I was going to talk to Marcus, the hitting instructor, Marcus Tams. And Marcus is a real good friend of mine. And I got a feeling that Gary is going to come back and he's going to have a good year. If he has a good year, and if Judge stays well, and if Stanton stays well, and Voit stays injury-free, and if Gary comes back and makes a pretty good comeback, I mean, they're going to have a pretty good team. I mean, I like their pitching staff also. And people say, well, we need a new starter, another starter. We need another bullpen guy. I think these guys are going to be good. And I think they put them on, I wrote something yesterday or the day before, whatever. I just messed, my days are so screwed up. But I was talking about injuries, and I was talking about getting too big and too strong when we played. And I bring it back what we did, because that's the only thing I can look at what they do now is we didn't lift weights. We did a lot of stretching. We did a lot of hand weights. A lot of guys during the off season, they worked 2 jobs, and a lot of guys used to do construction work, and that's how they got strong. And that's what I did. I just did, but I got too big and strong. I mean, I was like, my body unfortunately wasn't a I mean, it wasn't the most agile guy, and it wasn't the most flexibility I had. In the article, the Yankees sent me down to the New York Ballet, and I did a lot of stretching, and it did help me. But unfortunately, I pulled a lot of hamstring. But mentally, you do get down. And having a sports psychologist like Miles, who hopefully y'all listen to him, this guy is the best. This guy is one of the best. And he's very, very interesting to talk to because he makes everything very sensible when you go on strikes, why you slumps, why you go on slumps, how do you get out of slumps? Baseball is 75% mental and 25% ability. And if you don't have a good mental approach to the game, there's no way you're going to produce. I'm just telling you. And but we'll be listening to him. It'll be great. And I think you're gonna have a great time tonight with Nancy. Carmine, we'll talk a little bit about food. Joe Q, we'll talk about his stuff at the up in the Yankee suites, and we'll just have a good time. And we got some nice guests coming on for the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's going to be fun. I hope you're not getting tired of me. It's been about a year. We've been married a year now. And it's been loads of fun for me. I'm having such a great time. And I found out something great that happened to me last night, but I'm not going to say anything to y'all about this as yet. But maybe in the next whatever. It's something that it's dear to my heart, and it's something great that happened to me. And but I'll let y'all know about it. If it wasn't for my fans, it wouldn't mean it wouldn't be it wouldn't mean as much. But having y'all around and having y'all part of me, and to be able to talk to y'all and have fun in baseball, it's great. And I think y'all are having a good time. And I know I'm getting tons and tons of questions about this and that and whatever. But we're going to have a time that hopefully we could maybe do. I mean, you could send in to me or send in to Facebook or ask me some questions, and I'll answer them as best as I possibly can. But baseball is around the corner. I think the first games are in a couple of weeks. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about the rookies, the new guy that they're talking about, the 18-year-old kid. I remember I was like that too. Don't let people fool you. I mean, you look great before you play in a game. But these guys that he's going to be facing are pretty good ball players too. And you got to give 120%. If he has the ability, if he has a makeup, and if he has a heart, putting on that Yankee uniform means everything to a ball player. Believe me. We'll see you tonight at 8:00 tonight. Sorry that there's a little bit of technical problems, but we did fix it. Of course, I didn't do it. Of course, Lenny and Joe did it, because I have no idea how they do things and what they do. I don't want to know what they do. Only thing I want to do is talk to y'all, be part of your morning, afternoons, and evenings. And can't wait till I meet y'all. Can't wait till I go to a stadium and we could shake hands, we could hug each other, and we could say we made it through. I'm so happy that y'all have listened to me for a year. It might be another year, but there will be baseball, and you have me. I love y'all. I love the fans. I love the new people. I love the older fans. And we'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight with Nancy Newman. We'll have a great time. Look, we'll have a wonderful time.